Oh, hello everyone. This is Lori, and welcome to Lori's Thrifty Kitchen Pantry. I'm just doing a quick impromptu hurricane update, and it looks like I have people coming in, so that makes me really happy. Hey, Linda's Prepper Kitchen. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Julia. Hey, Glenn. I'm glad you all are here. So, this is just a quick update. I'm just kind of chilling right now. Had a little bit of excitement earlier. I kept hearing this noise, so I went out into my inside porch to find out that one of the side doors had actually come loose and was banging in the wind. So I hurried up and I found some rope that I had and I kind of anchored that to a door that was a little more secure. So far it seems to be holding, but cross your fingers that it stays shut when the worst of the wind gets here. So the wind is just howling at times. So, and Glenn, I have actually have him on again right now. So they just issued a tornado warning for Sebring, which is just an hour south of me. So the warnings are getting a bit closer. So I thought I would just come on and chat for a few minutes as long as the power stays on. So it did go out a couple of times earlier for a few seconds, just long enough to mess the internet up. So if you lose me, it's because I lost power and internet. So I'll stay on for as long as I'm able to. Hey Heidi, I'm glad you made it. Hey the Orlando Prepper. Yeah, it's getting a bit hairy out this way. The rain did finally stop for a few minutes. We have just been getting pounded with a horrible amount of rain. So I've I've been really worried about that. It did stop for a minute. It looks like it's raining again now, though. We are having some pieces of palm trees starting to come down. That's not an unusual thing, though, because they get fronds that die off, and those usually come down anytime there's some wind. So that is almost inevitable that we will get parts of palm trees come down. But aside from having to do a quick fix on my storm door for right now, things are okay. So I just fixed some lunch before the power went out. I actually decided to cook lunch so I could have a nice meal before the power went out. So thank you to my viewer who sent my surprise gift box. I was able to fix some teriyaki chicken for my lunch. Heidi, yes, it did. Luckily, I still have power though, so I think I'm actually going to make a second pot of coffee before things really start heating up. So, yeah, I've been watching the news. I've been Twitter friends with Reed Timmer, who's a storm chaser for, oh goodness, I think almost as long as Twitter's been around. I've kind of followed and chatted with him off and on, and he actually got caught in part of the storm surge and ended up losing his car. So it is getting a um a bit dicey on the coast. Had I been closer to the water, I would have bugged out yesterday. I would not still be at home right now. The only reason I am still home is because I'm inland and away from the water. So our governor made the point yesterday that you hide from the wind and you run from the water. So I think that is actually good advice to follow. My thermos bottle is, I think it's actually a Stanley thermos. It's like double walled and insulated and everything. So it keeps stuff hot for a while. It works out really well. Hey, Van City Prepper, I'm glad to see you. I see CJ's grandma. Um, yeah, I love Ryan Hall. I follow him anytime we have any weather going on. Hey, Uncle Al. Hi, Robbie. So, uh, um, well, I'm surprised actually to see everyone here. I figured since this was not scheduled, there wouldn't be anyone here to talk to, but I'm really glad that you guys are here, and it makes me happy to see everyone chatting with each other. So that makes me feel really good. So I really love our YouTube family. So yes, things right now are not too bad. It looks like the eye may actually come fairly close to where I live. We'll have to see exactly how close it gets. At one point, they had it coming right over the top of my house. So it will get a little dicey depending on how close the eye gets. It looks like it's still going to be close enough that those back trailing winds are going to get really rough later on o- overnight. So yeah, we really need all the prayers we can get right now. It looks like parts of the coast are underwater. A lot of the outward islands are flooded, and South Florida really got hit last night with a bunch of tornadoes and strong winds. So the state is just getting absolutely pounded. So it's going to take us a while to recover, I'm afraid. So hopefully they have all the teams in place that can come in and get things back on track as soon as they can. Um, let's see. Uh, Thank you, Linda. Yes, if you hit the like button, it really helps me out a lot. I did get a little bit of a chuckle earlier. I actually got a notification from UPS a little bit ago saying that I had a package coming today, but something tells me that's not going to happen till maybe Friday if they can get through on Friday. So that I did get a little bit of a chuckle out of it. We did hear that Waffle houses all up and down the coast have decided to close. So when Waffle House closes, that it's not good. They actually stay open because of truck drivers who are stranded, emergency and first responders can have a place to go to take a break and get coffee. It's a place that storm chasers can pull into if they need a spot. So Waffle houses really do try their best to stay open, but when they say they're gonna close, you know it's about to get real. So they all up and down the coast have decided to close. The stores here, last I heard, I think Publix was staying open today until 4 o'clock, but they may actually close early depending on when. the storm hits. Um, yeah, it's just really hard right now to tell where the ice gonna go. So, um, yeah, Uncle Al, nothing's set in stone yet. It just wherever it hits, there's like a wide path of people that's gonna have to be ready because we're not gonna know exactly where the ice going to end up until it hits land, and even then, the air currents are gonna push it, so it's gonna wobble back and forth a little bit. So we're just not gonna know until it hits and turns and goes up the state where exactly the ice gonna fall. So I I'm just gonna have to wait and see how close it gets. Right now they have it just a little bit south of me, but still close enough that I'm gonna get a lot of those trailing winds. So that's the part that worries me the most, is those winds on the backside of the eye. So yeah, it brings it home when Waffle House closes, because they really do try try to be open to take care of the people who have to be out on the road. So they do a great job at staying open, but yeah, when they're closing, you know it's not going to be good. I am glad that they're taking care of their employees and their buildings and staying home where they can be safe. So yeah, Uncle Al, it's gonna be heading that way. They actually say that now that it may strengthen a little bit after it crosses through Orlando and hits the other side of those warmer waters, that it actually may strengthen a little bit and be a little stronger than what they first thought when it hits that part of the coast. So right now this is just a massive storm. We have not had anything to even compare it to that's this large in our lifetime. So it's just a historic event that's going on right now, and I know it's one that's going to be talked about for a while. People are going to know where they were when the storm hit, so that's something that we're going to be discussing and studying for a long time. Rebuilding's going to take a while. It's things are not going to get rebuilt overnight. It's going to take a while to restore the shoreline, and with sand erosion and everything, it's gonna be a big mess no matter how we come out of it. So it's just gonna take us time to get back on our feet. Hopefully, the schools open soon. The bad part about substitute teaching is when schools are closed, you can't work, which means you don't get paid. So I'm just really praying that we don't get hit so hard from this that the schools can't reopen. But the rule is here is if any schools being used as shelters still have people in them, that all the schools have to remain closed. And it looks like the part of where the storm is going to be the worst is still in this county. So I look for the schools to be closed at least through Friday. So I I really am anticipating being out of work for at least the rest of the week. I'm hoping that Monday we can get back to normal, but at this point I'm not planning on Monday either. And this is my main source of income, so that it is a real concern for me. So yeah, just pray that the schools get open back up. Not only do the kids need to get back to some sense of normal, but we also need oh, I'm just sitting here watching my neighbor's roof kinda moving in the wind. That is not a good sign. So I am going to be keeping a close eye on that. So if you see me looking off in the distance, I'm actually watching my neighbor's roof across the street. So uh yeah, this will we're I think about to get slammed. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be a wind event. I'm just praying that the schools open quickly so I could get back to work. And I have a feeling I'm probably going to need to do an insurance claim, which I really have not wanted to do because I know as soon as you turn a claim in, your premiums go up. But I'm probably going to end up needing some work done on my house because I know my porch roof is leaking. There is actually water on the cement. I know my doors are probably going to need fixed at some point. So yeah, it looks like I will be dealing with some insurance claims after the storm goes through. Um, hey, Uncle Al, maybe, is there a way you can possibly send me a link to that video and I can link it underneath the live in the description box when we're done so that people can find it easier? Um, I will go back to your website after the live if I get a chance and see if I can find that. If we can find it, I will try to link it down below in the description box. But yes, an Ark Storm is an actual earth flooding event. So it's thanks Uncle Al. If you can't I will go and try to find it as soon as I'm done here and I will link it down below. Um this is just gonna, oh my goodness, there goes my neighbor's roof again. I was not seeing things. This is not gonna be good for my neighbors. I feel really, really bad for her. She's been through a lot and now it looks like she may have to have a roof replaced. So pray for my neighbors. It looks like we're gonna have some massive cleanup in the next couple days. So yeah, I really thought I was seeing things when I saw my neighbor's roof moving, but evidently I was not seeing things because I just saw it a third time. So it's still there for right now, but if we get those trailing winds from the hurricane eye, their roof is gone. So I really, really feel for her. So hopefully her roof will hold and I hope the same for mine. Mine was just put on a few years ago, so it is fairly new, and we did get a hurricane approved roof put on, so hopefully it's still in pretty good shape. My porch roof was not replaced, but my house roof was replaced. So my porch roof, yes, is leaking a bit, but there's nothing on that porch that I really need to worry about, just some outdoor furniture that will be fine. Um So, yeah, I'm just really concerned about our roofs. And yeah, Linda, I hope too I could get back to work as soon as possible. Cause to hey Daniel, it's good to see you. Thank you for those prayers. Hey Julia, I just heard something else banging out on my porch, so I'm really hoping my porch door holds. I I'm not too sure how good I have it tied, but I have rope stretched from one door clear across the porch to the other door, and I tied the two doors together as tight as I could. So yeah, Julia, Mr. Bubba is kind of hiding in his box. He's been peeking out of the holes in his box and kind of chewing on it. So the wind is making him a little nervous, but he's as secure as I can get him. And I just heard a bang again, so I'm thinking my door is probably about ready to come loose. So I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go secure that door again. I have his little carrying case right now where I can grab it and grab him and run for cover if I need to. Um, so yeah, I'm just really praying that my neighbor's roof holds. I just saw it moving again. I am just keeping my fingers crossed. I don't like the noises that I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of banging going around. I'm not sure if the banging's coming from my house or my neighbor's house. Um, no, Daniel, my windows are not boarded up. I decided not to do that because when Irma came through, the the biggest damage I had was from getting the hurricane shutters on and trying to board things up. The wind actually went underneath the boards and ripped the boards and hurricane shutters off. So I decided this time I was probably better off to not board my windows up. I judging from the banging sounds I'm hearing right now, that may not have been the best idea, but there's not much I can do about it now. So, um, oh, thank you, Cindy. I am kind of, oh, there goes the roof again. That's just really making me nervous. I think that's part of the banging that I'm hearing is my neighbor's roof that's starting to go. So I am really thinking maybe I should have went to a shelter. I don't think we were expecting it to get quite this bad. We were thinking maybe a category 1 storm for us, which is not really anything that we're very afraid of and rent to a shelter for. We were not expecting a category 5 storm. Yeah, then my neighbor's roof is going as soon as that eye passes, or her roof's gonna be gone. So just keep her in your prayers, cause I know that she's gonna need a new roof and is gonna have major damage. Yeah, yeah, Dano, Irma was just absolutely crazy. That made one of those weird, unexpected turns, and the eye came right over us. We were not expecting that either. It was supposed to go across the state along the bottom part of the state, and instead it turned and came right for us. So the people from the bottom part of the state that came to our county for higher ground and shelter found themselves going through the eye of that storm, and that's what's happened now. A lot of people left Tampa and came inland to my county to escape the storm surge, and they're now looking at the worst part of the storm, so we are dealing with that same kind of situation again. Um, so yeah, right now the tornado warnings are just south of us in Sebring, just about an hour away, so those are getting closer. Uh, yes, Salem, I do have a one of my bathrooms does not have a window, so I will go in there if I need to and shut the door, and I will be okay in there. Um, I have two bathrooms. One has a window. One just has like a little screen thing right at the top of the ceiling, but no glass window. So if I need to, I will grab Mr. Bubba and we will run in there and head for cover. So I have a blanket right by my chair I can grab and we'll take cover if we need to. So yeah, Uncle Al, I wish I could have done heavy work like that. I can't use my arms the way that I used to. Um I did the best I could. I picked up what I could. I secured what I could and just hoping that the rest holds. So I'm just keep praying for us. And yeah, Denise, I was just saying that I will probably go into one of my bathrooms and close the door and uh grab my blanket and Mr. Bubba and I will cover us up and I will see what happens. I can tell the wind is getting a lot stronger. I am glad that I got lunch fixed though. So I did fix a great lunch thanks to a viewer box. I was able to fix some teriyaki chicken and rice for my lunch. And I have some uh, lunch meat and cheese and stuff in my refrigerator that I can do sandwiches. And I was sent another box that actually has a whole case of beanie weenies in, so I can always crack one of those cans open. I actually really love those. Um, wow, Chris, that's quite far from us. So yeah, you guys are definitely going to get some of the wind as it crosses and goes up the state. I'm just not sure how much you guys are going to get, if it's going to get any more than that for you guys. Oh, thank you, Salem. I was really happy to have those spice mix packets that made for a really quick meal. All I did was crack open a jar of canned chicken that I had done, and I added a packet of the teriyaki chicken mix and some rice and a little bit of extra water and just let the rice cook and the chicken heat up. It was actually really good. So if you see those teriyaki seasoning packets in the spice section, I would say go ahead and pick those up because it was really good. It has everything that you need in it. It made for a quick lunch. So now I just need to get things cleaned up while I still have power and water. Some parts of Florida have already gotten their water turned off ahead of possible flooding. I look for that to happen in my county because we were already really saturated before we started getting all of this rain. And Oh, there went something. I'm gonna have to go in a minute here and go see what that noise is that I keep hearing because something on my porch is really making a loud noise. So I'm gonna be checking that out before too much longer. Hopefully my door is holding. I have a feeling I may need to resecure that door. I had the door taped shut, but the wind actually blew through the tape and the door came loose. I thought I had it secure, but I may need to retighten it or double loop my rope so I have it held in place a little bit better. Um, hey Tony, yeah, I'm okay. I think part of the noise I'm hearing right now is I have my interior side door open and I have it fastened open with a little piece of rope that I keep so that I can get some air flowing in my house. And I think that that's part of the noise I'm hearing right now is just the wind from that porch blowing that door, but it is fastened open, so it's not going anywhere. So yeah, I've got shoes on. I don't have a helmet. That's something I'm gonna have to get, but that's actually a really super good idea to have something like that. I do have a blanket here by my chair that I can grab to cover with, but yeah, I'm seeing some of the flooding pictures from the coastline coming in, and it's just catastrophic. It's gonna take so long for those people to get rebuilt. Um, oh, oh, thanks for stopping by, Dano. Yeah, I've got things in place. And everyone, if you haven't checked Dano's channel out, you need to go check his channel out. He does a great job with grocery store updates and goes over sale prices and things that are missing on the shelves. Usually, when people start seeing stuff that's missing in that part of the country, about a few weeks later, it's missing in my stores down here. So that gives me time to get stocked up. And he does a great job at keeping us updated on shortages and price increases. So go check his channel out when we're through here. I'll actually try to link it down below the live feed when I end things here in a few minutes. So we really do appreciate all the prayer. It means a lot. So just knowing that everyone's thinking of us and praying for us is going to help get us through the next few days. So the wind is really starting to pick up here. So yeah, I just keep really watching my neighbor's roof moving. It's definitely not going to hold if that eye comes anywhere near us, which it looks like it's going to. So oh yeah, Salem, he does a great job. So uh be sure to check his channel out if you haven't seen it already. And I just am really praying here that things does not deteriorate, but I do look for it to here in a couple hours. The eye is supposed to cross here. They're saying sometime after midnight, which I I have always just hated nighttime storms. Hey, Ice 124, I'm glad to see you. Yes, so far we're hanging in there. I've had a couple of power surges and internet issues, but other than that, we're holding for right now. I am seeing roofs starting to kind of give, which is not good. So just keep praying for us. And I'm keeping an eye on the the TV as well. The flooding reports are just absolutely catastrophic. And it looks like the eye is getting really close to landfall. So looks like it's just right on the edge of the coastline right now. So we will see what happens. But yeah, I just when you can't see what's coming at you, it just make gives you a really uneasy feeling. It's I do better during the day when I can see what's heading for me. So yeah, like right now I can keep an eye on my neighbor's roof. When I can actually see it go, I will know to get out of the way. But if it goes after dark, I'm not going to be able to see it and to know which way it's going to get out of the way in time. So that's the scary part about nighttime storms. I don't like them. I never have. And it, for some reason, I haven't figured out. It just seems like the worst part of hurricanes always hit in the dark. So I just haven't quite figured out why that is. But wow, that's yeah, Glenn, that is a lot of people without power. So I look to be losing mine here shortly. So I hope I can. Oh, I just they were just showed someone being trying to rescue. It looks like maybe a cat that got caught in the storm surge, and he almost got caught in the storm surge. So he was lucky enough to make it out. So yeah, I have Mr. Bubba's go bag ready so I can grab him and we can head for the inside room if we have to. So yeah, I think things will be okay. I'm pretty sure I will probably have to do an insurance claim after this is over with is kind of what I'm anticipating. I didn't want to have to do that, but yeah, right now they have the storm eye going right over me. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, the latest update is that's coming gonna come right at me. So I know. Yeah, yeah, CJ, that's what I have on too. So I'm glad he got his kitty safe and sound. So oh, thank you, Denise. Yeah, when you're by yourself going through something like this is really different when there's another person in the house with you. So this is my first storm in a house by myself. So yeah, Mr. Bubba is kind of doing his thing earlier when the wind we had some strong wind gusts. He was kind of hiding in his box, chewing on his box, which is what the box is for him to chew on and destroy if he feels like it. Then I put another box in his cage. But yeah, he was kind of really going at his box a little bit ago. So I think the wind is making him a little nervous right now. He's munching on his leftover lettuce because he he I think smelled my lunch, and when he smells my food, he always runs and finds his food and eats with me. So right now he is munching on some leftover lettuce, but yeah, earlier I could tell though he was really getting freaked out from the noise from the wind. So yeah, oh, thank you, Julia. He's hanging in there. So his cage is actually pretty close to my chair, so I can get to him pretty quickly if I need to. Um, I did have neighbors here right now. Thankfully, most of the people in my park are still up north. I did have neighbors here that I think this morning decided to go to shelters because they left. There was two or three cars that left a little bit ago. There are still people here though. A couple of my neighbors was out walking a little bit ago when there was a break with the rain. So there are a few of us that are here. But yeah, most of us are still up north. Yes, I do have some neighbors that really helped me out when my air conditioning quit. I had a couple neighbors that came and helped me install my window units. And man, we are getting pounded with rain again. You can't hardly even see outside right now. So it's, it is really pouring. But yeah, my neighbors really help me out a lot. They know I'm by myself, and I help them out too. I we One of our neighbors was getting over COVID and asked me about maybe doing some cleaning and some errands for him and picking up some extra spending and gas money, helping him out. So yeah, we are all really supportive of each other, especially during these storms. I'm sure if had I asked, my neighbors would have come to help me, but I knew they were all busy getting their own places ready. I did manage to get an old rug rolled up on my porch, and I got that ready to go out to the trash after the storm passes and we get trash pickup again. So I was really proud of myself for getting that done. That was not an easy job because that was a massive indoor outdoor rug. It was all molded and heavy, and it took a lot of work getting that done. And I was dirty and filthy and worn out, and my shoulder was killing me, but I managed to do it. So I was really proud of myself for getting that done. But I'm actually using that to help anchor my trash cans in place. I do have those trash can lids tied down. Because I've had issues with raccoons getting in my trash, so I do already have the lids tied down, but I'm actually using that rolled up heavy carpet to help secure my trash cans in place to keep them from blowing away. So um yeah, oh my goodness, the pictures coming in of the massive coastline flooding is just unreal. So it's it's going to take us a while to get rebuilt. Um hey Salem, actually I don't want you to send me any phone numbers. Let me text my email and you can email it to me. All right. I just sent my email address. Anyone who wants me to send a direct message to, send me your phone number to that email address and let me know who you are in my chat so that I know what name that number goes to, and as I can, I will uh do updates through text messaging. So yeah, so yeah, that's your best bet if you want a direct message to know that I'm okay. Let me know and send me your number through that email. I will make sure your numbers stay private. I will not share them with anybody, because I want us to all stay safe. I know we're a YouTube family, but I also know that there are trolls that patrol these chat rooms that don't always say anything. So you don't know that they're in here, but if they see private information, I know they will use it and not in a good way. So that's our safest way to, I think, keep in touch is use that email address. Yeah, Robbie, I'm the same way. I've had that same email address since 1998 when I was 34 years old, which is how I came up with it. So that was back in the day when you had to dial out to check your email and you signed into your modem and you went and fixed dinner and ate dinner and cleaned it up, and if you were lucky by then, your email was up and ready for you to read. So yeah, that was the good old days. So yeah, I've had that same email address since 1998. So yeah, AOL's been around for a very, very long time. So yep, yeah, I do not tolerate the looting thing. I've just never understood that. People have not realized when they do that that they only hurt themselves in the end because prices go up on everything, and in the end they they end up paying for doing that, and I just have never condoned or gotten that looting part, and I just that's just not anything that I like to promote or tell people to indulge in. So let's not do that. That just is not a cool thing to do. So hopefully we will all behave and act in a civilized manner and just help each other out during this time. Wow, Glenn, that does not surprise me in the least. So yeah, the wind is starting to really pick up here. It's howling at times, and I honestly look within probably the next couple hours to for the power to go out. Right now I've got my phone charging. My tablet is all charged. I have a power bank charged. I do have a full gas tank, so if I need to, I can run out to my car and charge my phone, but my power bank should hold my phone for at least a little while. I'm not sure about internet, so I will try to do updates as I can. And I've been on for a while now, so I do need to go get my lunch mess cleaned up while I still have water and power. So we'll be closing this out for a little bit. Um, I will link my email address down below in the description box again for anyone who wants to get a direct message after the storm passes. And my email address is also in the about tab underneath my channel name, where they have all those tabs. If you click on the about tab, my email and my post office box address is always under there, so you can always find my contact information there. And just in case I forget to put it in the description box, it will always be in the about tab. So I think I'm gonna be wrapping things up. So oh, thank you, Heidi. I'm just really glad that there was so many people here, and I will do my best to take care of myself and Mr. Bubba. So just pray for our neighbors who are going to be losing their roofs before long. I just saw the roof moving again across the street. So um Heidi, I am not sure. I think it does, but I think you find it in a different spot. Um but my email address is in the chat, which you can get to after the live is over. Um, I will make sure that I put that in the description box down below. The description box, I think, is available on cell phones. I will check that out and see to make sure. I think it is, but I'm not 100% positive. Um, yes, my PO box will definitely be there. It is actually in the description box from last night's live video. I think I put it in my earlier update in the description box, and I will put it in this one as well, so everyone will be able to get to that. Hi, Julie. I'm glad to see you. Thank you for stopping by. So, um, yes, things are picking up here. They're starting to deteriorate a little bit. Last pictures are the eye is going to pass right on top of me, so we'll see what happens. I know a lot of us are not going to have roofs or carports if that happens. So there's going to be a lot of porch damage, and it's just going to take us a while to recover from that. I'm really hoping the schools can open back up by at least by Monday so I can get back to work, because if schools aren't open and I can't work, it's just not going to be a good situation. And I know I'm not the only substitute teacher in that boat, because if schools aren't open and we can't work, we don't get paid. And if you don't get paid, your bank account's not very happy. So right now, mine is not happy at all with me. So we need things to get open back up here as quickly as we can. Um, yeah, Julie, right now we're getting pounded with wind and rain, and I have a porch roof that's leaking. I had to do a quick fix on my interior porch with a door that I could not keep shut, so I have that tied shut to another door. So there's like a piece of rope stretched clear across my porch from one door to another, holding the two doors shut. So I'm just really hoping that that continues to hold. Right now, I'm not too sure that it's gonna hold. I have a feeling that both doors are probably gonna end up blowing off when those trailing winds hit behind the hurricane eye. Yes, Julie, I'm in a double wide mobile home. It's an older home, so it was built back in the mid 70s. The air conditioner, believe it or not, was placed in the early 80s, and it only just went out 3 months ago. So it really lasted a long time. And so right now I have 2 window air conditioners. My house is as cool as I can get it. I'm about ready to close the doors and turn the air back on to cool my house back down. I'm trying to keep everything as cold as I can. Yeah, Glenn, that is exactly where I am, and I look for my power to go out here soon. So, yeah, I think I'm going to end things here so I can get my lunch dishes cleaned up while I have water. Um, Yeah, Julie, those older air conditioners, you just can't beat those. They're not replacing them anymore. Once they go, you're just stuck getting the new ones that don't last nearly as long. So yeah, right now that's where things stand. Things are deteriorating rapidly. I keep watching my neighbor's roof blowing. I just am really hoping it stays intact, but yeah, if that eye comes across here, it's just not going to. So that's where we're gonna leave off here because I really do need to hurry up and get my lunch dishes cleaned up. I want to try not to have dirty dishes in the sink for when the power goes out. I want to make sure those are all done. And I do want to fill up my canner and make another pot of coffee, so I know I will have some hot coffee later on. So I will end this here. Thank you everyone again for the prayers, and I will be linking my email address and post office box in the description box down below as soon as I end this. I will keep you guys updated as I can, and I will do the YouTube shorts as long as I have power and internet, and I will keep you all updated as I can. And if I can't get online, I will try to figure out a way to type in a community post whenever I can. So check there as well. So, love to all. Thank you all for the prayers and the support. It just means more to me than you guys could ever possibly know. So, I will talk to you all later. God bless. Stay safe. Pray for Florida. Pray for Polk County as that eye comes over us, and prayers to all of you as well. Everyone have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Thank you, Marty. Bye.